Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner, unfiltered commentary, and that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back from timcast.com. I'm probably going to use some language in this episode, so those of you that don't like language, I'll try to bleep out what I can. But, you know, I keep saying this is the last straw from this genius, but, I mean, there's going to be more. President Biden tells governors there's no federal solution to COVID-19 pandemic. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to bleep it out. No shit. The two most important, if maybe even the only things that federal government can do, number 1 and 2, security and the safety of its citizens, i.e. the military and other means. And number 2, secure their borders. That's the two top jobs of the federal government and the President of the United States, the chief executive. And this whole is saying there's no federal solution now? After federal mandates that ruined hundreds of thousands of lives, destroyed hundreds of thousands of businesses, millions of lives just ruined forever. And everybody's saying, well, John, you know, a lot of those people aren't dead. How would you like to be somebody, say, late 50s, 58, 59, in a 2 or 3 generation business that because of the draconian measures from Biden and his clones that are in some of the deep blue state governors and their lockdowns and their vaccine mandates and everything else destroyed that business forever and bankrupted that family who for 50, 60, 70 years had a thriving business. You say, well, at least he's not dead. Yeah, okay. He's almost 60 years old, no money, and his family legacy is burnt to the ground. Maybe even literally during the BLM riots and Antifa riots. Yeah, there's some things that are actually sometimes worse than dying. Unfreaking believable. He knew from the beginning. Is it finally the people that really are the president, the nameless, the faceless, the unelected, the unaccountable, finally said, F it? Let these governors have their say, and I hope they all burn. Is that what happened? President Biden held a phone conference with the nation's governors Monday as COVID cases began to rise across the United States. Now, he had a phone conference with all 50 of them? When speaking with Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, Biden said there is no federal solution to the ongoing pandemic. And of course, Biden said,
look, there is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level.
In 2020, I'm going to shut down the virus. Today, no federal solution. There never was one. One word of concern or encouragement for your team is that as you look towards federal solutions that will help alleviate the challenge, make sure that we do not let federal solutions stand in the way of state solutions, Hutchinson said. The production of 500 million rapid tests will be destroyed by the federal government is great, but obviously that dries up the supply chain for the solutions we might offer as governor. There is no federal solution. This gets solved at the state level, Biden responded. You major... you know, I was kind for a long time to the Biden voters. I really was. But really, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, what the hell were you thinking? In the middle of a pandemic, you decided because you hated Donald Trump that you would pick Dumb and Dumber and then plunge this country into worse trouble than it was with a pandemic, now with just printing money like water? I'll tell you the truth. If you got $100,000 in your savings for your retirement, you just lost $10,000 in cash. Just took $10,000 and flushed it down the toilet. Wait, it gets worse. This moron, this hypocrite, this is now like March of 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. Oh, yeah, when Trump, it was all his fault. He failed at the federal level. He failed in so many ways. And they said right out, he killed people. He killed tens of thousands. Said it on CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, all the progressive websites and podcasts and talking head a-holes. It's all Trump's fault these people are dying. And then this guy says this now? We're prepared and we know what it takes to save lives, protect people, and keep schools and businesses open. Are you out of your mind? I mean, they have any idea what hypocrites they are and keep schools and businesses open? Are you kidding me? And then it continued. My message to the governors is simple. If you need something, say something. What this a-hole is doing, I'm not taking responsibility for what happened. I'm not taking responsibility for a nationwide mandating a vaccine, which, by the way, I'm not anti-vax. I'm not taking the heat for a nationwide vaccine mandate when every court in the world said I don't have the right constitutionally to do it. And I told them to shove it. I did it anyway. I don't have the right to put a rent moratorium and have people lose their properties because they can't pay the property taxes, as de Blasio said in New York. Well, let's take the properties back for back taxes and make it a low-income housing. Buildings worth tens of millions of dollars plus, picked up for 10 cents on a dollar. These people are evil. But they did the moratorium anyway. They did it anyway. That businesses with 100 or more employees has to be vaxxed. Well, I guess if you have 98 employees, you don't care if they all die? These people are evil. And the Biden voters, you put them there. If Trump runs again, and you morons come out of the woodwork and vote against him again, you reap what you sow. But here's the problem. We're in the lifeboat with you. And you take an axe and punch a hole in the lifeboat, we're all going to drown. Unbelievable. If you need something, say something. So if any state goes wrong and it happens to be a Republican governor, you're going to say, hey, you didn't ask for help. These people suck. They are so bad. And look at the bench the Democrats have. Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was a Democrat for a long time. I was a local elected official here in upstate New York. In fact, in 2006, I was the head Democrat on city council in the town that I lived in, the city. I left the party years ago. This isn't a Democrat party that I knew years ago. It's gone. It's gone. It's ashes. It's a wounded animal lashing out. And now they're going to push bits and pieces of the Build Back Better. And their number one and number two priorities are changing election laws at the national level. There's no federal solution to that either, but they're doing it. It's the states and the governors and their legislatures that make the law concerning voting. As long as it falls within the purview of the civil rights laws and other federal laws. But they're going to put their nose in for that, and there's a solution for that. And the one thing they do have authority over, almost more than anything besides the safety of its citizens, is its borders and citizenship and who gets to come here and who gets to become citizens. And they screwed that up too. The only thing that they have any real authority over, that anybody, whether you're a far left progressive or a far right conservative, agrees the federal government has a say over immigration. And they screwed that up too. How about our military? One of their main priorities of a federal government. Yeah, ask the soldiers that came out of Afghanistan how that worked out. And now we're having woke lessons in the Marine Corps and in the Navy. And the Air Force announced, I believe, that they're going to use preferred pronouns. They screwed that up too. You know, President Trump was right. He said it in a rally a couple of months ago. And I'm going to use some foul language here. Not too bad, but if you don't want to hear it, stop the video. He came to the mic and he said, being woke makes you a loser. And every time the woke progressives touch something, it turns to shit. Well said, Mr. President. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.